Hi students, today we are going to talk about one more new experiment, and that is the displacement reaction, zinc displacement you can say. So what is the aim of the experiment is that here also we are going to measure the enthalpy of how that zinc displaces the copper. So determine the heat of displacement we can say. So for this, what are the things are needed? Let's introduce quickly. We need a small polythene bottle for copper sulfate. This is the zinc solution. Zinc dust is given to us, and as you are aware of that, this is the digital balance we have. The copper sulfate solution. This will be given to you, and thermometer. Okay. So quickly we'll go to the experiment part. So what I did, I just can see the digital balance. So if you can see in the procedure, so first I need to weigh the zinc dust. So just put 0, ensure that weight of this butter paper is eliminated. So I am just taking 1 gram of this zinc, as you can see in the procedure part. This will be given to you, okay? Each and everything. So 1 gram of zinc powder, 1 gram. And this is almost it is 1 gram. Fine. That's all. So 1.0, can remove a small amount. Fine. This is 1 gram. Now what I will do, I will just hold it and just keep it for a while, and then we can use for this 1 gram of zinc powder. Now what I will do, the second step is that I have to take copper sulfate which is 0.2 molar, and 25 ml I have to take copper sulfate. So there will be a cylinder of copper sulfate where 25 ml you have to take. So what I will do, I will just wash it so that I am eliminating that all contamination. So I am just measuring the 25 ml of copper sulfate. .2 molar. Okay. So as you can see, 25 ml. This is 20. This is 25, and I am transferring into this small polythene bottle. Okay. So I have transferred. Now I am going to measure the temperature of this copper sulfate, and if you can see in the observation, that would be the temperature is initial temperature of copper sulfate, that is T1. Okay. You can see the observation also. So now I can see, if I dip this thermometer, so now you can see it is up around 28, 29, this is 29.5, even it may reach to 30 also. Okay, fine. So this is approximately, not approximately, it is exactly, you can say 29.8. Okay. So this is 29.8. This temperature, that is your T1. Now what I will do, I will put this zinc powder into this copper sulfate ka solution. So now as I put the zinc powder in the copper sulfate ka solution mein, I have to dip the thermometer, and shaking, stirring is very important, because from this you can see how zinc displaces the copper, because the reactivity of zinc is much than the copper. So how will you come to know that your reaction is completed? You will see that the color of copper will go, and a colorless solution you can see here. The blue color will not be there, and this indicates that the reaction has reached to its extreme level. Now if I see the temperature, it is showing around, it is 27.5. 27.5. So this would be my 27.5, even, yes, 27.5. So I got initial temperature, that was T1. Whatever T1 has come, it was 29.5, and then T2 is, you can see here, this is 27.5. So now you can just subtract whatever the temperature difference in the temperature you are getting, that you have to put in the formula, and your work will be done. So only difference in temperature is very important. What is the important part that you have to take care? While measuring, while seeing the reading, you have to see the accurate reading of the thermometer. How to observe the thermometer, you can see here the red lines. So from wherever it would be there, the number is already written over there. So you can see from this thermometer your exact reading. So the temperature T1 and T2 value is very important. One is the before mixing and one is the after mixing the Zn. So whatever that 8 or 9, whatever you get the difference, I am not saying that would be 8 or 9, whatever you get in the experiment, okay, that you need to write and then put the value and get the answer. And it is, again I am saying, it is exothermic. Okay, so whatever the answer you will get, it should be in the minus. Okay, thank you. We'll see the next experiment in the next class.